Have you ever witnessed something so outrageous you wish the police were there to handle it? Well, you're about to see moments caught on camera where justice was served instantly. These clips are packed with instant karma and pure satisfaction. The kind of justice that leaves you saying, that's what they deserved. Get ready because this is the ultimate compilation you won't want to miss. The misuse of disabled parking spaces is not just a legal issue, but also a moral one. These spaces are essential for ensuring accessibility and independence for disabled individuals. To address this persistent problem, San Francisco's Metropolitan Transportation Agency has ramped up enforcement. Officers actively patrol and issue citations while educating violators about the rules.
Ticket if you park in the blue zone. And despite the sign reading minimum fine $250, I can assure you the maximum is much higher.
So you're going to be issued a citation for parking in the blue zone without a handicap placard.
Now you might think she's in a minority, but this guy dropped off his buddy to use the ATM.
I noticed you pulled up and he got out and you're waiting right here. You notice a handicap zone. Do you have a handicap placard? Okay, you're going to get a citation, sir. You're occupying a handicap spot from somebody who's handicapped.
Yeah, but
and you're sitting here, I know, but you're sitting here waiting for him to come to the machine.
It's a $500 ticket.
Well, if you know it's a $500 ticket, sir, you can't be in the blue zone.
Despite the high fines, drivers often underestimate the risk of being caught or are unaware of the penalties. Others may justify their actions by thinking their misuse is brief and harmless.
Driver pulled over in the blue zone and she actually had a valid placard, except the placard belonged to her mother, who, according to the driver, was in a store. When that happens, the parking enforcement officer will walk you over and find the registered owner of the placard.
You don't know where your mom is? So first you told me she was at the store, but now she's not at the store? So you don't know where she is?
At this point, the driver wants to move the car.
Here.
Okay, I will move it.
Well, it doesn't work that way. You can't use the placard if your mom's not here.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is you're going to get cited. Okay, we're going to have to confiscate the handicap placard. You're going to get two tickets, one ticket for the blue zone and one ticket for misusing the handicap placard.
Now here's where it gets real.
And you know, it's 2 citations, right? He explained that to you, and both are $880.
Yep, that's $1,760 in fines. And believe it or not, the fines were actually reduced.
This is the one for misusing the handicap placard, that's for $880. And this is the one for parking in the blue zone, which is also $880.
And as for the first driver, when she sees the amount of the ticket, this was her response. Parking in the blue zone illegally is absolutely not worth it.
San Francisco Placard Detail Team, combating misuse of disabled parking placards, which are often reported as stolen or lost for fraudulent free parking. Offenders face fines up to $880 and towing costs of $540.
902-811.
Which begs the question, if it's been reported stolen, why does the registered owner still have it? We'll tackle that subject in a moment. The San Francisco Metropolitan Transit Agency, which oversees San Francisco parking and traffic, created a placard detail team. Their job is to check placards and weed out the good, the bad, and the ugly. For example, this white car found in the Mission District.
Don 927084 is coming back deceased as of 2/20/14.
In case you missed that, the individual the placard was issued to is no longer alive. So a photo is snapped of the placard and the ticket gets issued. One for the misuse of the placard for $880 to the registered owner of the car, since the placard owner is deceased, plus one ticket for the parking meter. In this case, it's $66. This temporary placard was also reported lost or stolen. The vehicle was cited. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, each vehicle is towed at $500 a pop, unless they use a dolly, then tack on another $40. The problem is, many people report their placards lost or stolen so they can have more than one, often so they can park more than one vehicle for free. In California, if you have a disabled placard, you get unlimited free parking in the blue zones, which have no meters. However, since there's not enough blue zones, the privilege for free parking is extended to metered zones, which has in turn created widespread abuse. But there are exceptions. This car has an expired placard in the window and is about to get ticketed, tagged, and towed.
It's going to be 3217 22nd Street.
Until the owner arrives to see what's going on.
Why are you doing this, sir? This your vehicle? Yeah.
After the owner grabs the expired placard, the enforcement officer explains the problem.
Okay, sir, this handicap placard, I understand is yours, but it's been expired for 2 months.
2 months? It's supposed to be December.
No, it says June.
Oh, I got the wrong one then.
Do you have the other placard?
Yeah, hold on.
It turns out he was not behaving badly. He simply posted the wrong placard. It was confirmed by the parking control officer.
Since we found that you have another temporary placard and it looks like you just hung the wrong placard, we're not going to cite you, but we're going to confiscate this placard right here.
And the tow truck was canceled.
Oh, thanks, brother.
All right, so just get your other one. This one's going to be no good, okay?
In San Francisco,
Highway Patrol patrolling interstate to catch carpool lane violators, requiring 3 passengers during peak hours. Common excuses included emergencies like needing a bathroom.
patrol, in just 40 minutes, pulled over 4 drivers that were illegally in the carpool lane, which turned out to be 1 driver every 10 minutes. There was the driver in the white minivan who claimed she had a bathroom emergency.
If you just need to use the bathroom, that's not an acceptable excuse.
Then there was the driver of the blue Honda Civic who admitted he used the lane to dip in and out of traffic to save time.
Trying to go around people?
There was the driver of the pickup truck who was late for an international flight to Spain.
I'm on my way to the airport.
And a man driving a Prius with a dog.
You can't be in the carpool lane. You're by yourself.
Now it's only fair that I allow them to tell their side of the story. First, let's talk to the Prius driver.
I was getting over to get on the Alameda exit. I got over too soon.
Then the man late for the airport.
I'm late for my plane.
Where you heading to?
Spain.
Wow. What time's your flight leave?
Like 7:30, but I got to be there at 5 because it's 2 hours early.
The Civic driver?
I didn't want to sit in the traffic.
You didn't want to sit in traffic?
Yeah.
Have you ever been caught in the carpool lane before?
No, sir.
It's your first time?
Yeah.
Let me guess, this is your first time ever being in the carpool lane?
Yeah.
By yourself?
Yeah.
What are the odds the first time you do it, you get caught?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
And on camera, too. And last but not least, the woman with the restroom emergency. Which, by the way, restroom emergencies are listed as one of the leading excuses for carpool violence. I have to ask you, why were you in the carpool lane, ma'am?
Actually, seriously, first, I'm late for the hospital.
Okay.
Second, my stomach really hurt really bad. It's been hurting already, and I couldn't throughout the last 2 miles. There's no exit.
Okay.
That's why I wanna get quick up there and then exit to go restroom real quick.
As you can see, everyone was ticketed, and the fine is around $500 for trying to save a little bit of time by jumping in the carpool lane illegally. You think your dog qualifies as carpool?
Well, I guess after 2 dogs do that.
Wow. The audacity of some drivers at the Bay Bridge toll plaza is unbelievable. People were caught blatantly using the carpool lane during restricted hours without the required 3 passengers. One guy even got his car towed for driving with a suspended license, no insurance, and no registration. And the kicker? A $481 minimum fine for violations. Some folks really take risks they can't afford.
Go to the left, exit at the parking lot.
I'm out with Officer Hill of the Oakland office of the CHP, enforcing the HOV lanes on Interstate 80 approach to the Bay Bridge. Outside of being in the carpool lane illegally, some of these drivers are cheating by moving to the front of the line and then cutting back in. The CHP calls that impeding the flow of traffic, a moving violation.
The reason I stopped is because you came to a complete stop after trying to get from the number 2 lane back into the number 3 lane, and you were in a carpool lane with not enough people.
Oh, a guy jumped in front of me.
Everyone seems to have an excuse as to why they were in the carpool lane without the required amount of passengers.
You know what I did? I've been waiting the entire time, and then I looked up and I saw cash.
The driver of this gray Honda was one of those people. I watched him jump out of traffic and then try to jump back in.
Move to the left, exit the parking lot.
When asked why he was in the carpool lane, listen to this.
I just got rear-ended.
As he holds up a license plate as a prop. There's one small problem with his I got rear-ended story. The plate he held up was for the front of the car.
This is the first time.
This driver had bigger issues.
You're to the left in the parking lot ahead.
Not only was the driver caught in the carpool lane and tried to get over, he was missing a few things. You were in the carpool lane.
Yeah.
You have no license, no registration, and no insurance. You know, if you're going to ride dirty, may I suggest you stay below the radar. Oh wait, there's more.
The citation is for driving on suspended license. You don't have a license right now, but the license you have would be suspended anyway.
So he hears the words no driver would ever like to hear.
Listen, I'm gonna take the car, okay? Dude, you're driving on suspended license with no insurance and you're in the carpool lane, all right? You're leaving me no choice.
The ticket for carpool violations has a minimum fine of $481.
These videos expose shocking misuse of reserved spaces, carpool lanes, and handicap parking, showing a blatant disregard for rules meant to serve the disabled and everyone. The excuses from the offenders are sometimes laughable. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content.